It is a medicine that is popped indiscriminately. It would be difficult to find any woman who has not used it. It is available over the counter like many other drugs and bought easily. The indiscriminate use of this drug, Meftal Spas, which is extremely popular, particularly among women who are on their period. It's available over the counter and is being sold and consumed indiscriminately. It's a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory from the NSAID category, but the government says do not use it the way you have been using it. Indiscriminate use can't be allowed. The side effects and the adverse reactions associated with this drug, which is often in fact seen up to 8 weeks after using this pill, is that there can be stomach ulcers, there can be bleeding in the stomach, there can be DRESS syndrome, which is in fact rashes that can be seen. And that's the reason why, because of the manner in which this affects many women and the internal organs of women and others who've been consuming it, given that this is a painkiller, the government has issued an advisory with its use and with the way it should be sold.
किसी भी दवाई की तरह मेफेनेमिक एसिड और डाइसाइक्लोमिन जो मेफ्टल स्पास के कंटेंट्स हैं उससे एडवर्स रिएक्शन हो सकती है और ये ड्रेस सिंड्रोम जिसमें स्किन एलर्जी, रैश, एओसिनोफिलिया, कभी कभार ओकेजनली लंग्स, लिवर और हार्ट की इन्वॉल्वमेंट होती है.
Meftal's main composition is mefenamic acid, and it is a painkiller that is used to elevate muscle and joint pain and period pain. It can also help with sore throat, nerve pain and muscle aches.
These drugs block the neurotransmitter acetylcholine at the nerve endings, and thus the pain sensation traveling from one nerve to another nerve is blocked because of dicyclomine component. Mefenamic acid, on the other hand, is a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug. That is, it is responsible to prevent the release of chemicals which cause inflammation in the body, in the blood. So together, these two medications are highly effective for treating cramps.
The drug is sold under various brand names that include Meftal, Mefkine P, Ponston, Mefenom and Ebuclin P, among others. They can't be sold without prescriptions. The Indian Pharmacopoeia Commission has issued a drug safety alert saying that consumers and healthcare professionals are advised to closely monitor the possibility of adverse drug reaction associated with this. Problem experts say is not just confined to Meftal Spas, but to the growing menace of indiscriminate use of OTC drugs, even antibiotics, which should never be sold without a prescription.
In India, many people take over-the-counter medications, and these could include mostly painkillers, sometimes anti-acidity medications, and also a lot of antibiotics people take. But OTC drugs are generally not safe. Number one, because people may not be sure which medicines to take, what is the appropriate dose, and whether the medicines are needed for that treating that condition or not.
Consuming this medicine only after weighing in the pros and cons and after consulting your doctor is advised. In any case, severe menstrual cramps is never normal, and anything that forces you to reach out for a medicine should be brought to the notice of your doctor. In New Delhi, Sneha Mordani for India Today TV.
Now, after this advisory, the big question everyone is now asking is whether mefenamic acid, what is the real problem at the moment? In fact, this mefenamic acid is found in a lot of Meftal Spas. Not just that, it's found in other medicines also. There are a lot of medicines in which this acid is found. And now a lot of people are questioning whether it is this acid which is the root of this problem. All the above are prescribed drugs, which means that a lot of people can be taking them without realizing what it could be doing to their bodies. I am now joined by Sneha Mordani. Sneha, one of the big questions that everyone is now saying is that it's possibly very hard to find anyone who's never had this medicine. It's also a very popular medicine, not just for kids, but also a lot of women who have cramps during their periods also use this medicine. Now, the big question on at least the woman's mind is what should we be doing next?
That's right. So, period pain during your menstruation really is considered normal. However, let me also say that severe period pain, which in fact forces you then to reach out to a medicine like Meftal Spas, is something that should be a red flag. Definitely speak with your doctor if the pain is so much that you need to in fact pop a medicine again and again. Some amount of pain, dull pain, and an occasional cramps here and there is something that that is in fact natural, but severe pain isn't. So to answer that question, for women who've been taking Meftal Spas, sometimes in fact I know women who do it within a span of 2 to 3 hours, is absolutely a no-no. Some doctors say that the period should be about 12 hours or so of your taking the medicine. It should be on an SOS basis, which literally means that take it only when you can't handle the pain. Some doctors say that 8 hours is okay. However, the problem here is that people aren't really sticking to this. People think that this is a muscle relaxant and then popping it within 2-3 hours, and that really is where the problem is. So if a person has been taking Meftal Spas, say for 10 or 15 years, that person should now start to factor in that, yes, this has obviously done some harm to my body, and it's a good time to essentially stop it, because the adverse reactions usually appear around 8 weeks after you've taken the medicine. So if there haven't been adverse reactions, it is okay. There is no need to be alarmed about it. But henceforth, going forward from here on, definitely don't pop it like you're popping toffees. It's not supposed to be done that way.